Okay, magandang umaga po sa lahat. Tayo po lumabong mula sa ating pinaka-importanteng parte ng pagpapanganak at pagpapasalamat sa Diyos dahil siya ang sa ating buhay. Salamat kasi yung extension ng life ko din sa araw nito para trabaho na siya. So, siguro kunting pampalakas nito sa mga magiging mga sa pamahalaan na pwede mo tayo. Pwede po tayo dahil Panginoong Diyos, ng umaga, pinapasalamatan ka namin dahil kayo nabuto sa aming buhay. Salamat po sa kanyang buhay, karatasan, at pinagkaloob sa amin. Salamat sa isang lingkong kapilingan mo sa amin. Nagkakaroon mo sa amin mga pangangailangan o pinatubayan kami mula sa aming pisikal, mental, mula sa spiritual na aspekto ng aming buhay. At ang tagay namin buhay ng umaga ay pinakilala namin mula sa iyo. Sa lahat ng aming gagawin ng Diyos ay pinagkakatiwala namin. Mas puso kami magpapagpawalan ng mga aming pagkakamali ang pagkakasala ng Diyos sa isip, sa salita, sa iyo. Patawarin mo kami, Panginoon, dapat sa iyong harapan upang sa aming pamimigay ng pagmamahal sa iyo at pagawa ng mga responsibilidad kayo ang mga pananampalataya. Kayo po ang panawin namin, Panginoon, sa sagot ng bayan. Samahan mo sila, pagkalaan mo sila sa lahat ng kanilang sa pangalan ng aming Panginoon Jesus. Amen. Okay, hindi na ito. Ngayong umaga, gusto ko lang kayo bigyan ng kunting mensahe na makapapalakas. We hope na nariyan kayo. So, minsan dumarating sa isang punto na tinatanong natin ng ating sarili, sino ba ako? Sino nga ba tayo? Kailangan ba natin nagubusan kung sino ba tayo? At yan ay isang tanong na kailangan yung pilihan natin kung sino tayo. Maraming tao na nagtatanong, sino ba talaga ako? Sa mundo, madalas na hinuho ang ating mga sarili, ang ating mga pagkatao, ang ating mga trabaho, karanasan, mga nakaraan, o pagkakamali o sinasabi ng iba tungkol sa atin. Ngunit bilang mga magagawa ng pamahalaan at mananampalataya ng Diyos, mas mahalaga kami natin, sino nga ba ako sa harapan ng Diyos? Yung magandang tanong, sino nga ba ako sa harapan ng Diyos? Maaaring hindi natin representa ang sarili natin sa harapan ng tao. Okay to. Okay, itong tao na to. Okay ako sa mga tao. Pero sino nga ba tayo sa harapan ng Diyos? So, nilalaan ng Diyos ang tao ngayon sa kanyang walis. Genesis chapter 1, verse 26-27. At sinabi ng Diyos na lang natin ang tao ngayon sa ating walis. Ibig sabihin, ayon sa ating walis, kaya nilalaan ng Diyos ang tao ngayon sa kanyang sariling walis, ayon sa walis ng Diyos, ay nilalaan niya siya. Nilalaan niya tayo. Nilalaan niya silang lalaki at babae. So mula pa sa pasimula, malinaw, nalayo niya ang Diyos sa paglikha sa tao. Hindi tayo nilikha ang basta-basta lamang. Nilalang niya tayo ayon sa kanyang wamis at ayon sa kanyang kapangyarihan at kalooban. Ipinakita nito na ang ating halaga, yung halaga natin sa Diyos. Hindi yung trabaho natin, yan yung pangalawang parte ng responsibilidad na ibigay. Pero ikaw, ako, mahalaga ka sa Diyos. Mahalaga tayo lahat sa Diyos. At meron tayo binigay ang Diyos sa ating dignidad. Kaya nga, halimbawa, katulad ng mga unod-pagmalong mga kawalit ng pamahalaan. Kapag sabi, naka-uniforme, lahat, pag may hindi naka-uniforme, bumababa ang kanyang dignidad. Diba? Kaya, sa pagpasok sa opisina, bumababa ang kanyang dignidad. Kasi ang Diyos, nilikha tayo ay sa kanyang walis, nilagyan na tayo ng dignidad na hindi dapat masira yung dignidad na yun na nilagay sa atin ng Diyos. No? At yun yung layunin na nakapagbibigay ng karangalan sa Diyos. Yung mayroong dignidad. Yung nakakaharap ka ng face-to-face sa harapan ng tayo. So, nilalang tayo sa walis ng Diyos. Genesis chapter 1 verse 26. Una kapitid. Siya man ay nakapag-aral o hindi. Siya man ay iba o kanya. Lahat sila ay welcome sa atin dahil meron silang talaga sa Diyos. Ano? Hindi lamang nilalang tayo ng Diyos ayon sa walis niya. Kundi may karangalan. Nilalang tayo may karangalan at kapamahalaan sa tao. Ibig sabihin, ay yung mga nasa pamunuan, isa yun sa mga purpose ng Diyos, yung kapamahalaan, yung pamamahala. So, lahat tayo ay merong bigyan ng pamamahala. At yung responsibility ngayon ay umaasa ang Diyos na mapangasiwaan ng maayos yung pamamahala ng Diyos. No? Awit, Psalms chapter 8, verse 5 to 6, sapagkat ginawa mo siyang kukunti lamang na bababa sa kanya, mas mababa kaysa amin. At pinagtungan mo sila ng kaluwalhatian at karangalan. Pinamahala mo sila sa mga gawa ng iyong mga kamay. Lahat ng mga ginagawa natin, ginawa ng Kristiyan ng kanyang kamay para pamahalaan. Kaya nga, sagrado natin yung pagtapak ng ating, paghawak ng ating mga kamay sa ating mga ginagawa. Kasi nilalang tayo mas mataas pa kaysa mga anghel. Kaya nakita natin, bilang nilagang sa walis ng Diyos, tayo ay inawag na maging mabuting katiwala ng kanyang inita. Lahat, magiging mabuting katiwala tayo sa lahat ng kanyang ito. Pangatlo, nilalang tayo upang ipakita ang kanyang karakter. Karakter, yung walis ng Diyos, yung karakter ng tayo. Ibang karakter ng Diyos, makamahal siya. Lagi siyang, dahil siya'y banal, gusto niyang i-share ng pamanalan sa ating lahat. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 24. At kayo'y mga bihis ng bagong pagkatao na nilalang ayon sa tayo sa Diyos, kakapuwiran sa kabanalan at katutuhan. Kapuwiran, kabanalan, at katotohanan. Yun yung tatlong pangusap na sinabi ng Pablo, yung katuwiran, yung pamumuhay, kabanalan, at katotohanan. Kasi sabi ng John chapter 16, John chapter 16, chapter 6, sabi na rin, chapter 6, Jesus, this is the way, the truth, and the life. Truth, ibig sabihin, umaasa ang Diyos na yung katotohanan kami ng sinagawa. Ang walis ng Diyos ay hindi lamang kasikal, kundi spiritual at moral, pag-ibig, katuwiran, kabanalan at katotohanan. Hindi lang ang physical, kundi spiritual din. Kaya nga, lagi ang tinitignan ng Panginoon ito, yung spiritual ba natin ay okay pa ba? Kasi walis tayo ng kanya. Hindi nila lang ang aking halaga, nakita natin, hindi lang tayo ng Diyos na may halaga kahit nasira ang halagang yun dahil sa kasalanan. Kaya nga, kapag nakagawa tayo ng mali, ginagagawa tayo ng ating kalooban. Kasi hindi yun yung kalarawan, pawagis ng Diyos na nilita sa atin. Yun yung sumira sa atin yung kasalanan. Kaya bilang mga tagapangasiwa na namumulok sa bayan ng Diyos, importante yung pinanggit nito at mamahal tayong talaga sa Diyos. No? Meron tayong talaga. At yung talaga na yun, precious yun. Bawat isa sa atin ay precious sa harapan ng Diyos. So kaya bilang pagbabakas, ikaw ay nilikha ng Diyos na may layunin. Hindi na layunin ng Diyos na makipag-away. Ang layunin ng Diyos ay ipadama kayo sa pag-ibig at katuwiran. Yan yung layunin ng Panginoon. Meron ng buhay kami na mayroon banal at halaga. Kaya ang isa't isang halaga. Bilang nilalang na kawanis ng Diyos. Tinawag lang mabuhay na sumasalamin sa kanyang pag-ibig at kawalan at katotohanan. Huwag mong pagkalit ang iyong sarili na ikaw ay obra ng iba. Tayo ay obra ng Diyos. Walang ibang nag-ilog sa atin, walang ibang nagbuli sa atin, nag-call sa atin ng Diyos. Yun yung lagi natin lalahanin sa pangunan. Napakahalaga. Kaya bilang kabilang sa community, kasama tayo mga liwan. Sinabi natin liwan, mga mayami, kaya lupa. Yung luwan ay ginagamit araw-araw. Pero yung mga mahaglikang gamit, pag may okasyon lang. Tayo nilikha ng Diyos mula sa luwan. At ikaw, no? Tayo ay kalayo sa harapan ng Diyos. Kung mayroong kalayo, mayroong gumawa ng kalayo. Clay tayo sa harapan ng Diyos. At tayong lahat ay ginawa ng kamay ng Panginoon. Kaya doon yung dapat magharit sa ating buhay. Ang lagi natin tandaan, awa ng Diyos yung aming Diyos. Gusto ko na po siya sa ito. Meron siyang nag-apply ng trabaho. Pero hindi siya natanggap sa anumang trabaho na-apply niya. Nakita niya sa dinaan niya na kailangan ng trabaho sa katrabaho. Malamang sa iba na alam niya. Pagdating niya ng trabaho, pumasok siya, pinagod ko si Mura. Nakita niya marami sa amin. Sa'yo pa ako ng trabaho kasi may nakalangiyon na kailangan kayo magagawa. Sabi niya, ay, ang trabaho namin dito, iba sa gusto ko. Iba trabaho, architect ko ako. Ay, iba. Kasi dito, ang trabaho dito ay magmamaskot ka. Namatay yung aming gorilla. Kung gusto mong pumasok ng trabaho, ikaw ang makaak na gorilla. So, ano yung sabi? Okay. Tanggapin ko yung challenge. O sige, 3 araw pa mag-practice matang gorilla. Para tunay na gorilla. At kaya ito. Yung 3 araw nag-practice lang. Pag-practice niya, nasanayan niya na bihasa niya yung pagiging isang gorilla. Kasi ang dating ng 4 araw, palabas na. At maraming araw na kapag. Madaling sabi, pagdating ng 4 araw, nilagay niya sila sa hawla. Ngayon, kailangan nila magpakita na sila yung gorilla. So, nakalabas na siya, payaman na siya, ang gorilla. So, ano talaga niya gorilla po. Sa sobrang pag-ibig niya, na sobrang yung kanyang pagbitin-bitin, nahulog siya sa hawla ng mga leon. Mga leon yun. Maraming leon at malalaking leon at matatapang. Kalapitan sa kanya. Nung isang di pa nila malapit, sumigaw siya. Nako! Sabi niya tayo. Kakainin ako ng mga leon. Sumigaw din. Huwag kang maingay. Maramdaday sa trabaho. Mga nakamaskara ng tayo. Yun ang ayaw ng Panginoon. Hindi yun yung kawagis ng Panginoon. Yung tayo nakamaskara. Maskara. Kumarin natin yung maskara. Wangis tayo ng Panginoon. Na gumagawa ng katotohanan, ng nalang, ng katuligan. So God bless po sa inyo lahat. Mag-sinipil ko lang lang tayo kayo po namin. Kabilang Diyos, salamat po sa privilege sasagot ng bayan at kanilang bayan ng gusto. Ibigyan nila pagkakataon. May share ko ang kunting mensaheng pinarating mo sa akin at pinaparating ko naman sa iyo. Tulungan mo, Panginoon, ang pamamahala ng butihin namin ngayon, Vice Mayor, at ng mga councilor at sangguniang bayan. Tulungan mo sila sa mga decision making. May mga mahirap sila mga desisyonan. Samahan mo sila, Panginoon, at talaga. Upang sa ngayon, ang wisdom mo, Panginoon, bibigay sila sa kanila ng tamang pasya sa lahat ng kanilang pagpapasyahan sa mga bayan. Aliwin niyo rin ang kanilang mga pamilyang iniwanan sa kanilang mga tahanan o mga anak na nasa paaralan. Tulungan niyo ingatan ang bawat isa sa kanilang mga pamilya, Panginoon. At patuloy mong pagpalain ang iyong pamilya para pag-uwi nila, Panginoon, maranasan pa rin nila ang kagalakan mula sa iyo at kapayapaan. Samahan mo, Panginoon, ang presiding officer ng umaga, si Gawad ng Yan. Tulungan mo po siya sa kanyang nakikiisang spokesperson, Panginoon. Maraming salamat, nihandog ko po ang buong kawaling sa sangguniang bayan. Pagpalain po lahat sa pangalan ng aming Panginoon sa Kristo. God bless po sa lahat. Pagpalain po lahat.
Hello, good morning everyone. May I please call the roll. Honorable Richard Gallan. Honorable Stalwart Joseph Benedito. Honorable Sarah Jill Abud. Honorable Rogelio Badua. Honorable Nathan Samla Canilaw. Honorable Ezekiel Rodriguez. Honorable Hayati Dugasan. Honorable Gemard Nainggit. Honorable Georgia Linjoy Kerchom. Honorable Nerelia Pacaldo. Honorable Jason Reyes speaking. Mr. Pro Tempore presiding, there are 10 members for present in this session, therefore constitute a quorum to transact official business.
Thank you po, Mr. we have a quorum. I will cancel it.
maraming salamat po sa ating Mr. Presiding Pro Tempore at sa ating lahat ay sa mapagpalang umaga po. Kaya din po bago po magsimula na isa po ng batiin ang ating magaling, mabait, pogi, napunsihan ng isang maligayang arawan. Happy birthday, Miss Diwata.
Happy birthday! Walang magugutom.
At this juncture po, Mr. Chair, I move for the adoption of the order of business. Maraming salamat po. Mr. Chair, before po tayo mag-proceed sa reading and consideration of the minutes of the previous session, I move to suspend our internal rules temporarily for us to accommodate and award yung resolution po sa ating athletes na nagre-representa sa ating bayan po, Mr. Chair. So,
the resolution that we're going to award our guests.
Mr. Chair, before po siguro masahan, marami din yung mga kasamahan na dito po tayo para nalidirensa po sa birthday cake.
Okay.
Resolution number 2026-01, authored by Honorable Jason Reyes Espino. A resolution commending and expressing the profound pride of the local government of Brooks Point to Mr. Franz Ezer Seneman for his outstanding achievements in national and international Dragon Boat competitions. Whereas Mr. Franz Ezer Seneman, a proud son of Barangay Ipilan, Brookston, Palawan, has consistently demonstrated exceptional athletic excellence, discipline, and dedication in the sport of dragon boat racing, earning recognition in prestigious international and national competitions. Whereas in 2023, he represented the Philippines in the Penang International Dragon Boat Competition, where he successfully secured 1 silver medal, showcasing his competitive spirit on the international stage. Whereas in 2024, he competed in the Altai Regatta in Bernal, achieving 4th place finishes in both the 500 meter and 200 meter events, further proving his caliber among world-class athletes. Whereas also in 2024, during the ICF Dragon Boat World Championship held in Puerto Princesa City, Palawan, Mr. Seneman remarkably earned 4 silver medals, an extraordinary feat that brought immense pride to his hometown and the country. Whereas in September 2025, he competed in Primorsky Crime, Vladivostok, Russia, winning silver medal in the 200 meter mixed 10-seater dragon boat race, exemplifying resilience and excellence in international competition. Whereas during the National Open and the Puerto achieved gold medals in both the 200 meter and 500 meter 10-seater dragon boat races, standing triumphant among elite paddlers. Whereas in December 2025, Mr. Siliman represented the nation in the 33rd Southeast Asian Games or SEA Games in Thailand, where his team placed fourth in the 200 meter and 500 meter men's 10-seater dragon boat races, competing honorably against the best athletes in Southeast Asia. Whereas his unwavering commitment, perseverance, and sportsmanship have not only elevated Philippine dragon boat racing but have also served as a powerful inspiration to the youth and aspiring athletes of the municipality of Brooks Point. Now, therefore, on motion of Honorable Jason Reyes Piñe, duly seconded by the body, be it resolved, as it is hereby resolved, that the municipal government of Brooks Point expresses its highest commendation, profound pride, and sincere appreciation to Mr. Franz Ezer Seliman for his exceptional achievements and invaluable contribution to sports excellence. Resolved further that this resolution be entered into the records of the municipality and that the capital of be furnished to Mr. Franz Ezer Seliman as a symbol of gratitude and recognition for the honor he has brought to the community in the nation. Resolved finally that copies of this resolution be furnished to all concerned offices or agencies for their information and appropriate action. Unanimous resolved.
Nagpapasalamat po sa buong pamilyang bayan at saka po sa mayor na nagpapatatanto po ako ng award. Inawardan po ako ng bayan
Mr. Chair, I move for the assumption of our internal rules, particularly the order of business. Maraming salamat po. May I invite my dear colleagues to tingnan po natin yung item number 4, reading and consideration of the minutes of the previous session. Minutes noong January 26, 2026. If anyone from this August body wishes to amend some lines and also to propose changes, kindly raise your hand and also take the podium para ma-recognize po at malaman po kung ano yung motion ng bawat isa. Mr. Chair, kindly recognize the gentleman from Barangay Tugtog.
Bruce, thank you. And thank you to our temporary presiding officer and to the majority floor leader. Amendment, Mr. Secretary, on line 42. Instead of temporary majority, it should be deputy floor leader. We don't have a temporary majority floor leader. It should be deputy. Same thing on line 50. The temporary majority should be replaced with deputy floor leader. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Angela. Please take note of the Secretary.
Mr. Chair, another amendments I'd like to propose on line 186, 16 sa naging motion po ng ating kagalang-galang Honorable Takadilaw. It should be Deputy Floor Leader.
Thank you, Councilor. Mr. Secretary, please take note.
Mr. President Duterte, I believe this August body have already consumed enough time before po tayo start ng session at mabasa po yung minutes. There being no more amendments, I move for the approval and adoption of the minutes in the 24th regular session. So, Mr. Chair.
Again, the minutes of our 24
Mr. Chair, we are now on the item number 5, privilege hour. There being no one from this August body manifested to avail their opportunity for the privilege and question hour. I move to close the item number 5 and 6 and move now to the item number 7, which is the reading and referrals of the proposed measures. This representation directs the Secretary to the Sanggunian to kindly read all the measures one by one.
Item number 1 under first reading, a letter from Municipal Mayor requesting to pass a resolution authorizing the local chief executive to enter into an internship contract with PSDA Financial Management students of Palawan State University, Brooks Point campus, who will undergo internship in the local government of Brooks Point.
The said measure be referred to the Committee on Education.
And number 2, resolution number 005, series of 2026 from Barangay Council of Mambalot, entitled a resolution adopting and approving the Barangay Nutrition Action Plan or BNAP for CY 2026. Number
May I ask the Good Secretary, before the referral, are there any monetary indication ba or nabanggit dito sa item number 2?
no.
So it was just all planned para sa Barangay Nutrition Action. So maraming salamat po. With that po, Mr. Chair, the said measure be referred to the Committee on Rules chaired by Honorable Quezon.
Number 3, Ordinance Number 2026-001 from the Barangay Council of Barong-Barong, an ordinance indicating the Barangay Revenue Code.
The said measure be referred to the Committee on Finance, chaired by Honorable Lacaninaw.
Number 4, Ordinance Number 2026-002, Series of 2026 from Barangay Barong-Barong, ordinansa sa paglilimita ng maingay na aktibidad sa gabi.
The said measure be referred to the Committee on Rules, chaired by Honorable Kiatson.
Number 5, a letter from the Municipal Mayor requesting to pass a resolution authorizing the local chief executive to enter into MOA with Department of Social Welfare and Development Regional Office for Yakap Bayan Program.
The said measure be referred to the Committee on Social Services, chaired by Honorable Benedito.
Number 6, a letter from the Municipal Mayor requesting to pass a resolution authorizing the local chief executive to enter into the renewal of Memorandum of Agreement with the Philippine Statistics Authority for Birth Registration Assistance Project of our municipality.
The said measure be referred to the Committee on Rules, chaired by Honorable Kiatson, joined with the Committee on Social Services.
Number 7, a draft resolution urging the IPDO, thus by CAP, and the National Commission on Indigenous Peoples, or NCNP, to ensure full transparency in the utilization of royalty shares received from the Tila Nickel Corporation for Indigenous Peoples programs, projects, and activities introduced by Honorable Merida Pacaldo.
The said measure be referred to the author herself, Honorable Pacaldo.
Number 8, a letter from the Municipal Mayor requesting to pass a resolution commending and congratulating Dr. Deo Florence Lacuna Onda, a proud son of Brooks Point, Palawan, for being named one of the 10 outstanding young men of the Philippines for 2025 in the field of marine science.
The said measure be referred to the Committee on Rules, chaired by Honorable Kiatson.
Number 9, a letter from the Municipal Mayor, Honorable Cesario R. Benedicto Jr., requesting to pass a resolution commending and congratulating Mr. Clifford Patagnan Trocino, a proud son of Brooks Point, Palawan, for his outstanding achievements in the 13th Asian Para Games in Thailand.
The said measure be referred to the Committee on Sports and Youth Development, chaired by Honorable Cespecio.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Are there any more communications or measures being passed?
No more, Mr.
Salamat. Mr. Chair, we are now on item number 8, committee report. The gentleman from Barangay would like to take the floor to render his committee report. Kindly recognize Honorable Lacaninaw, Mr. Chair.
Thank you to our presiding officer as well as to our majority floor leader. We have here the committee report 2026-22 from the Committee on Infrastructure and Communication. We have received a letter from Ms. Diane Carolino, the site acquisition engineer of Javani Technologies Philippines Corporation, or Globe Telecom Incorporated, requesting the Sangguniang Bayan to pass an endorsement relative to their proposed project. The Committee on Infrastructure and Communication respectfully reports that it has deliberated on the letter request submitted by Ms. Diane Carolino. And I think everyone has a copy ng ating committee report. Can I just go to the recommendation? In view of the foregoing findings, the Committee on Infrastructure and Communication hereby recommends the passage of the proposed endorsement in favor of Japan Technologies Philippines Corporation, Globe Telecom Incorporated for second and final reading in today's session. And I move for the adoption of the Committee Report 2026-22.
Second.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair, still under the committee report, the general lady representing the legal of barangay would like to take the floor to render her committee report. Kindly recognize Honorable Kiatso.
A pleasant morning to everyone. To our temporary presiding officer, my colleagues, our staff here, and our MIO staff, magandang umaga po. I have here the committee report of the Committee on Rules, Laws, Ethics, Public Order, and Good Government with the following subjects. 1. An ordinance establishing the Barangay Employment Service Office or BESO in Barangay Tugdo, Brooks Point, providing funds therefore and for other purposes. Number 2, a letter from the Municipal Mayor, Honorable Cesario R. Benedicto Jr., requesting to review and appropriate action on Barangay Tugdo Ordinance Number 1, Series of 2026, entitled Tax Ordinance of Barangay Tugdo, Brooks Point, Palawan. 3rd, a letter from the Municipal Mayor, Honorable Cesario R. Benedicto Jr., authorizing the local chief executive to enter into a deed of donation with Mrs. Clarencia S. Bacalao to the municipal government of Brooks Point, with the municipal government of Brooks Point of 15 by 30 square meters portion of property located in Barangay Tugdo, Brooks Point, Palawan, to be utilized for a solar dryer facility. And the findings and recommendations of the few subjects are already indicated in the committee report, which my colleagues had a copy. And I will just proceed to the recommendation. For subject number 1, for favorable review and passage of accompanying resolution. For subject number 2, to conduct another committee meeting. And for number 3, for the passage of a resolution granting legislative authority in favor of our local chief executive. I move for the adoption of this committee report.
Second.
Thank you for
Mr. Chair, still under the committee report, the gentleman from Barangay would like to take the floor again for to render his committee report. Kindly recognize Honorable Lacanila.
Councilor na kanila
Thank you to our presiding officer, to the majority floor leader. I have here committee report 2026 number 24. This is a joint committee report from the Committee on Finance, Budget, Appropriations, and Ways and Means, as well as the Committee on Rules, Laws, Ethics, Public Order, Good Government. This is in regards with the proposed ordinance granting amnesty to disconnected water consumers with outstanding obligations within the jurisdiction of the municipality of Brooks Point, Palawan, authored by our birthday boy, Honorable Stalwart Benedicto. The joint committees carefully evaluated and proposed measures which aims to grant amnesty to water consumers who have been disconnected. And my mic is also. Can I continue? The proposal was examined and considered its financial implications, legal basis, and public order considerations, particularly its impact on access to basic water services and improvement of the energy efficiency of the municipality. And since everyone is talking on phone, I'll add to the
Okay. Yes, Councilor.
In view of the foregoing, the joint committees on finance, budget, appropriations, and ways and means, and on rules, laws, and the public order, hereby recommend the approval and passage of the proposed ordinance granting amnesty to disconnected water consumers Municipality of Brooks Point, Palawan on second reading and subject to the usual parliamentary procedures. And I hereby move for the adoption of the Committee Report 2026, number 24.
Second.
Thank you, Councilor. Thank you.
Still under committee report, Mr. Chair, the gentle lady from Barangay Pangbilan would like to take the floor to render her committee report. Kindly recognize. Honorable Lam.
Councilor Sarah, Sarah Jane First po ako to recognize.
Thank you. Isang mapagpalang umaga po sa ating lahat. It's an honor to present a report from the Committee of Transportation and Traffic Management. Subject, an ordinance prescribing the implementation of a sticker number system for tricycles operating within the municipality of Brooks Point, Palawan, regulating their registration, display, and use, and providing penalties for violations thereof. May I proceed to our recommendations? The committee highly recommends deploying dedicated traffic enforcers, specifically tasked to determine and apprehend colorum units. To ensure the effectiveness of this recommendation, the committee further suggests specific tasking. Enforcers should be assigned the primary duty of verifying the validity of plates and permits on site, and regular operations. The conduct of anti-colorum operations should be intensified, occurring at least twice a week at strategic locations and the Grand Terminal. I move for the adoption of Committee Report number 2026, number 25.
Thank you, Councilor Abon.
Mr. Chair, we are now through to the committee report. I now invite the colleagues that we move to the item number 9, which is the second reading of business for today. Muli wala po tayong agenda for the unfinished business. Move close the dealings of unfinished business. Move on now to the business for today under the second reading. The gentleman from our would like to take the floor, Mr. Chair. Kindly recognize.
Councilor Lacanilaw to recognize. Yes. Ay. Councilor Lacanilaw.
Thank you to our temporary presiding officer. This is in regards with the subject a while ago that's been reported. The letter from Ms. Diane Carolino asking for a Sangguniang Bayan endorsement. And based on the committee meeting last Thursday, napasa naman po nila lahat ng mga requirements na pangangailangan. And actually, partnership po sila ng group, hindi talaga sila yung group in Javanta Technologies. And if you have questions, I'm here to answer.
Any question po? Or clarification?
If there's none, sir, can I move for the adoption?
Yes po. Please po. Councilor Lacanilaw.
Thank you. And I move for the adoption of the move for a recommendation for a Sangguniang Bayan endorsement for the request of Ms. Diane Carolino from Javanta Technologies Philippines Incorporated relative to their proposed project.
Any second? Any clarification or objection? Hearing none, resolution of Councilor Lacanilaw.
Napasa po ko yung endorsement. Endorsement ng Sangguniang Bayan po. Yes po. I-follow ko lang yun kasi parang lang natin. Thank you. And also for second reading po, ang ordinance ng ating Honorable Scholar dito.
Before the second item, we approve the first.
ordinance granting amnesty to disconnected water consumers with the outstanding obligation within the jurisdiction of the municipality of Brooksville, Palawan, authored by Honorable Stalwart Benedito for a second reading. And if you have questions po, we have the author here.
Any question po or clarification of the water?
Ordinance granting amnesty to disconnected water consumers.
Mr. Chair, mangyayari wala rin kung katarungan ng lahat ng mga kasamahan ay move to close the period of regulation as well as the period of amendments. Mr. Chair.
Objection, Mr. Chair.
Yes po, Councilor.
Objection, Mr.
Thank
Chair.
you.
Mr. Chair, I have an amendment introduced into the ordinance.
Yes.
Therefore, Mr. Chair, I withdraw my previous motion and period of interpolation lang po ating kinaplos.
Okay. We go to period of amendments. Councilor Kencho.
Magandang umaga po. In the ordinance, I have read that the ordinance only covers the regular clients of the Brooks Point water system, meaning residential, commercial, and there are government institutions who have availed the services of water system and happen to be disconnected to the services. So with that, I move for an amendment to include in the section for the coverage to add the government institutions to be covered by the amnesty.
With that, sir, can I call in the author if you're amenable? Can you?
Yes, Councilor Benedito. With that, the author of the ordinance is amenable, Councilor Kencho.
Yes po, specifically the barangay operated offices. Thank you.
Thank you po, Councilor Kencho.
So, with
Move to close the period of amendments.
Thank you. And I move that the ordinance granting amnesty to disconnected water consumers with outstanding obligations within the jurisdiction of the municipality of Brooksville, Palawan, with the amendments adding another section mentioned by our legal barangay president, Mr. Jaja, be approved and adopted for the second reading. We schedule a third reading in the next session.
Ordinance by Councilor
Thank you.
Mr. Chair, I move the suspension of our internal rules, particularly the order of business for us to accommodate the gentleman from Barangay Ilan under the committee report, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Our rules is now already suspended.
May I proceed, Mr. Presiding Officer?
Kumalit po, Councilor Lengi.
Good morning po sa ating lahat mga kasama. This is from the Committee of the Whole. Subject, amendments on the revised article 2023. Findings. Una po yung market stone rentals. So yung changes. Actually, yung changes po dito sa ating magiging changes sa market mall, sa ating pong market code, ay usually doon po sa changes. Ikaliwanag ko na lang po para mas madaling naiintindihan mo yung mga kasi. Usually lahat po ay bumaba at wala naman pong tumaas. Tapos lahat bumaba po yung rental. And then, napag-usapan din po nakaraan doon yung sa implementation po ng market day. May nag-request po kasi na market day and market night. May nag-request na baka pwede sa linggo gawin doon ng gabi ang start kasi ang nakalagay sa ating 2023 revised market code ay alas 4. Pero hindi ko na-accommodate yung request nila dahil wala po presence ng tabuan vendors. At yung ibang mga concern naman po ay nasagot naman ng Treasurer's Office, Legal at Admin Office. Then, yung fees and charges po para sa market mall, tinanggal. Suggestion ko na tanggalin mo na dahil hindi ko naman magbubukas yung market mall and then subject for revision kapag magbukas na po yung market mall. Then, siguro out of the record, Mr. Secretary, sa yung recommendation dito kanina, dapat po to conduct another committee meeting. But dahil wala nga po forum nakaraang dalawang public consultation na kung walang forum, pero nakiusap po si admin para daw po makahabol kasi kailangan daw po itong ihabol sa linuhan po ng mga business permit with the siguro magpapayag po ang lahat. Consider this is a committee of the whole. Nandito naman po tayong lahat. If okay sa inyo, mamaya po natin i-deliver kung sakali po na okay sa inyo. Sige po, sige po, I will prepare the copy. So the recommendation is for the includer of the passage of the said resolution for second reading in today's regular session. I move for the adoption of the said committee report.
Second. Mr. Chair, I move. Mr. Chair, I move for the resumption of our internal rules, particularly the order of business, and go back to the business for today, Secretary. The gentleman representing the legal moment, I would like to take the floor. Mr. Chair, kindly recognize Honorable Getson.
Yes, Councilor Quezon.
Since I haven't printed yet, the printing of the draft is ongoing, but I have here a digital copy of the resolution that I will allow to sponsor such measure. And I will just read the entire, what is
Okay. Councilor Quezon, response. Go ahead, Councilor Georgeline Quezon.
And the result of our committee report, the product of our committee meeting the last time is the accompanying resolution of our committee report. However, pardon to my colleagues for the caption or the title of the first resolution be as follows. A resolution declaring a favorable review and finding the Barangay Order establishing Barangay Employment Service Office in Barangay Tugtog, Brooks Point, Palawan, providing funds for and for other purposes to be in conformity with the law and not inconsistent with the municipal. To be in conformity with the law. That is the title, Mr. Chair. Instead. I am now ready for interpellation. Should there be none?
Mr. Chair,
Yes,
under the interpretation of Mr. Chair, I recognize.
Councilor Rodriguez, recognized.
Opo, sa ating pagkakaroon na rin ng barangay, gusto ko lamang kung tanungin regarding po dito sa inyong resolution ay hindi po ako magkakamali noong January 2nd week ay meron po na-refer din po sa inyong likod under the Committee of Labor. Ngayon po, halos magkatulad po yung resolution na ito at mangyaring inaksyonan ito yun ng inyong likod na nagkaroon po ng isang committee meeting na upang talakayin yung ganitong resolution na itinapasa pa mga apply. Napaglaban po ng inyong likod na yung resolution na require po or kuminsihin ang ating mga kapitan na mag-submit po ng naturang ordinansa. Layunin susunod po at nais i-adapt yung ganitong sistema ng ating gobyerno. So sa ating proponent po, ang tanong lamang po, ito po ba ay part lang sa doktor? Kasi sa aming committee meeting na napag-usapan po, pukulitahin na lang and then magpapasa po ng isang resolution na sumusuporta po sa 18 barangays natin na magkaroon ng beso.
Magandang katanungan po. Maaari na po ba akong sumagot?
Yes po, Councilor.
Ang sangguniang bayan po ng ating ay nakapagpasa na ng isang ordinansa o isang measure na nire-require po ang ating mga baranggays na magkaroon ng beso. Una, para masiguro ang ating mga datos at po sa ating mga manggagawa. Pangalawa, para sa koordinasyon ng mga gawain na sinasagawa po o pinapangunahan ng ating pong beso. At iba pa pong mga trabaho na kinakailangan po at mga katulong ang mga barangay. Ang pagpasok po ng mga barangay at tulad po nitong ordinansa ng barangay Tuto ay pagkalima doon po sa nakunin na natin na ipasa ng ordinansa. At dahil po tayo ay nag-respeto at gumagalaw rin sa autonomiya ng mga barangays na sila po ay magpasa, hindi po natin sila maaaring ditahan, no? Kung ano po ang mga measures o ordinansa man o resolusyon na kanilang ipapasa dahil sarili po sila sa mga. Kaya ang nakikita ko po ay pagpasa po nila ng ordinansa ay ito po ay nire-review natin. Nire-review na lang po natin yun. Kung ito po ba ay layo sa batas para maging valid po siya o operational. Kasi maaari po na-require natin sila sa ordinansa pero yung laman po ng kanilang ordinansa ay meron po silang autonomiya para gumawa po ng iba't ibang permilo o provision.
Mr. Chair, follow-up question po.
Okay, go ahead, Councilor Rodriguez.
May I ask the proponent sa ating 18 barangays, ilan po ba ang nakapag-submit ng nasabing ordinansa favorably adapting and supporting the BESO? Kasi sa pagkakatanda ko, only mambalot pa lang nakaraan na nakapagpasa and ngayon po tugtog and naniwala ko may deadline na hinahabol tayo.
Sa akin po pagkakaalam ay meron na rin po kailan po na nagpapasa. Kasi importante din po na konsidera din natin na kung magdidesisyon ba ang mga barangay na ito ay pupuntuhan para sa pagdaling po ng posisyon na yun para sa kanilang honorarium o hindi. Kung kailan po sila handa na. Ngunit ang ating naman pong MPESO ay wala pang tigil sa pag-ikot po sa mga barangay para sa mga pag-iik po ng ordinansa. At para po doon sa mga wala pa pong ordinansa ng mga barangay, lahat po kami ay meron na pong BESO officer, no? Or desk officer. Meron na po kami lahat. Ang katunayan nga po, nung nakaraan ay nakapag-meeting na po at regular po silang pinapatawag ng ating mga MPESO para mabigyan po sila ng panutunan at ng guidance po. Kaya, antayin lang po natin yung mga barangay and sila po ay papunta na rin sa pagpasa po. Ang magiging po ay meron na ang ito. Kami po ay meron na rin maaaring hindi lamang po forward pa ang ordinansa. Bilang bigla ng mga barangay president, ating pong ipapaalala din po sa kanila.
Mr. Chair, last question.
Okay, go ahead, Councilor Rodriguez.
This is with regards to the duties and function po nung nasabing office. Also, in legislation na lang rin po, Mr. Chair. Kasi sa pag-create po ng office, namamit po ng ating proponent kanina, mayroong mga officers. May I ask the proponent kung ito po ba yung mga officers na ito ay compensated accordingly sa pondo ng barangay or meron po part ang aming munisipyo para sa kaalaman lang po ng ating body.
Sa ngayon po ay wala pong naiaabot pa ng counterpart ang ating pong munisipyo. Sa iba't ibang barangays po, meron na nakapag-create
ng ordinansa at nagpondo po para doon. Sa iba naman po na hindi pa nakapagpasa ng ordinansa, meron po yung designation by virtue of executive order. At doon po, wala po. Kasi kung sino daw po yung tao namin doon sa barangay na maaari po namin na ilagay bilang officer po, ay yun po yung nagtatrabaho para po doon. Pero asahan po ninyo na kapag ready na po ang mga barangay na kaya ng magbigay ng insentive para doon ay nagawin naman po ng barangay. Dahil pinakahalagan po namin ang posisyon po.
Okay, maraming salamat po, Mr. Chair.
Can you please move, Councilor Jaja?
Mr. Chair, I move to close the period of interpolation as well as the period of amendments.
Mr. Chair, with that, I move for the passage of a resolution declaring a favorable review and finding barangay ordinance, establishing the Barangay Employment Service Office in Barangay Ito, Brooks Point, Palawan, providing funds for and for other purposes to be in conformity with law.
Second.
Any clarification or objection? Hearing none, the resolution of Councilor Quezon moved by this committee.
Thank you very much. Another is the action of the Committee on Rules, Laws, Ethics, Public Order, and Government on the request of our local chief executive, Mayor Cesario R. Benedicto Jr., requesting for the legislative authority to sign a deed of donation with Mrs. Teresia S. Bacquiao in favor of the municipal government of Brooks Point. I am now ready for the interpellation, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, I move to close the period of interpolation as well as the period of amendments.
I move for the adoption of a resolution authorizing Municipal Mayor Honorable Cesario R. Benedicto Jr. in his capacity as local chief executive to enter into and sign a deed of donation with Mrs. Teresia S. Bacquiao in favor of the municipal government of Brooks Point, covering a 15 by 30 square meters portion of property located at Barangay Ugtog, Brooks Point, Palawan, to be utilized for a solar dryer facility.
Any objection or clarification? Hearing none, the resolution of Councilor Quezon is now approved by this committee.
Thank you.
Thank you po, Councilor Quezon.
Mr. Chair, under second reading, the gentleman from the Pilipinas would like to take the floor for his response to our nation. Mr. Chair, kindly recognize.
Yes, I recognize Councilor Jimart Taigi. Alam ko eh, tension talaga yun. Yun pala.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer, and thank you, Majority Floor Leader. My apologies sa aking mga kasamahan. Hindi na po ako nag-provide ng copy, gawa ng sobrang kapal po ng market code. Kaya nag-prepare na lang po ako ng projector para po mas mabago po natin.
Mr. Chair, since inaayos ka naman din po, may ask a favor po, since I've been going to work with CESA, may I be allowed to sponsor the other two measures referred to this committee first before Councilor Jimmer?
Okay po.
Mr. Chair, I move for the temporary suspension of our internal rules for us to move to the unassigned business, Mr. Chair. Kindly recognize the gentle lady.
Okay, thank you. Orders is suspended and I recognize Councilor Jaja.
Mr. Chair, the items referred to this committee that needs to be tackled today, for we believe that time is Rosario R. Benedicto Jr., requesting to pass a resolution commending and congratulating Dr. Daniel Flores Lacuna Onda, a proud son of Brooks Point, Palawan, for being named one of the 10 outstanding young men or TOY of the Philippines for 2025 in the field of marine science. With both measure, Mr. Chair, I move for its urgency.
Second.
Okay. The request for urgency is correct.
And since, Mr. Chair, this has been referred to me just a while ago, I have here the digital copy of my draft. Since I do not sponsor any measure without draft.
Go ahead, Councilor Quezon.
Mr. Chair, I have here a resolution authorizing the municipal mayor, Honorable Cesario R. Benedicto Jr., in his capacity as local chief executive to enter into and sign the renewal of the memorandum of agreement with the Philippine Statistics Authority for the implementation of the birth registration assistance project in the municipality of Brooks Point.
Second.
Any objection or clarification? Hearing none, that resolution of Councilor Quezon regarding PSA is now provided for the body.
For the information of the body, the project goals and objectives of this is to enhance a more intensified campaign in improving civil registration, to register those unregistered births and other civil registry documents, and to provide assistance in the processing of out-of-town registration of births and other civil registry documents, and to verify from PSA Civil Registry System database the existence of birth or other civil registry records to avoid double or multiple registration, to implement Philippine Civil Registry Information System, among others. I so move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Any objection, clarification? Hearing none, that mentioned by Councilor Quezon is provided for the body.
Another measure, Mr. Chair, is a timely resolution for us to honor the pride of Brooks Point, Mr. Dr. Deo Flores Onda. May I read the entire resolution, Mr. Chair?
Go ahead.
A resolution commending and congratulating Dr. Deo Flores Lacuna Onda, a proud son of Brooks Point, Palawan, for being named one of the 10 outstanding young men of the Philippines for 2025 in the field of marine science. Whereas, the 10 outstanding young men of the Philippines Award is a prestigious national recognition that honors young Filipinos who have demonstrated exceptional achievements and contributions in their respective fields. Whereas Dr. Deo Flores Lacuna Onda, a proud son of Brooks Point, Palawan, has been named as one of the 10 outstanding young men of the Philippines for 2025 in the field of marine science, a distinction that brings pride and honor to the municipality of Brooks Point. Whereas Dr. Onda's achievement reflects exemplary dedication, competence, and service in advancing marine science and promoting greater awareness and appreciation of the country's marine resources. Whereas the municipal mayor, Honorable Cesario R. Benedicto Jr., through a formal communication, requested the Sangguniang Bayan to pass a resolution commending and congratulating Dr. Onda for this outstanding honor. Whereas it is fitting and proper for the Sangguniang Bayan of Brooks Point to recognize and celebrate the remarkable accomplishment of Dr. Onda, whose success serves as an inspiration to the youth and the community. Now therefore, on my motion, resolved as it is hereby resolved, to commend and congratulate Dr. Deo Flores Lacuna Onda, a proud son of Brooks Point, Palawan, for being made one of the 10 outstanding young men of the Philippines for 2025 in the field of marine science, and for bringing pride and honor to the municipality of Brooks Point. Resolved further that a copy of this resolution be furnished to Dr. Deo Flores Lacuna Onda, the office of the municipal mayor, and other concerned offices so moved, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Any objection or clarification? Hearing none, the resolution of Councilor Jaja Comelli and congratulating Dr. Deo Lawrence Laguna Onda is now approved by this August 9.
Maraming salamat.
Mr. Chair, under Anasari, and in recognize the gentleman from Aportasyon po, our birthday boy.
Councilor Dinito, you're recognized.
Thank you to our majority leader and of course to our temporary presiding officer. This is with regards to the request of our Honorable Municipal Mayor to pass a resolution authorizing him to enter into a MOA with the Department of Social Welfare and Development Regional Office for Yakap Bayan program. And this MOA is urgently needed to ensure immediate and effective implementation of the said program and to address the growing social and public health concerns related to drug abuse. And so, Mr. Chair, I request that this matter be treated and be declared as urgent. And so, Mr. Temporary President Officer.
I'll call it.
Thank you.
Emergencies. No problem.
Thank you, Mr. Temporary Presiding Officer. So I move for the approval of a resolution authorizing the local chief executive to enter into a memorandum of agreement with Department of Social Welfare and Development Regional Office for the implementation of Yakap Bayan program. So, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Any objection or clarification? Hearing none, resolution of Councilor Dinito is now approved by this August 9.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair, under outside business, the gentleman representing the SK Federation would like to take the floor. Can you recognize?
Councilor Jason, you're recognized.
Thank you po to our floor leader and also to our temporary presiding officer. So, this measure po with regards to po sa request ng ating local chief executive on item number 9 to pass a resolution for commending Mr. Clifford Pagagnan. Although this measure po hindi naman po nakalagay na urgent, but may I request po the wisdom of this Congress Party to treat this matter as urgent po para po next week kung sakali may award na rin po Mr. Clifford. And so, Mr. Chair.
Councilor Suspicious requesting for urgency for item number 9.
Second. Second, the urgency, Mr. Chair.
Councilor Suspicious.
Thank you po. I have here a draft resolution commending and congratulating Mr. Clifford Pagagnan Tosino, a proud son of Brooks Point, Palawan, for his outstanding achievements in the 13th ASEAN Para Games in Thailand. May I read po the entire resolution?
Go ahead, Councilor Suspicious.
Whereas Mr. Clifford Pagagnan Tosino, a proud son of Brooks Point, Palawan, has exemplified exceptional perseverance, discipline, and skill as a para-athlete representing the Philippines in international competition for differently abled athletes. Whereas in the 13th ASEAN Para Games held in Nakhon, Ratchasima, Thailand, Mr. Tosino clinched the gold medal in the men's 800-meter T52 event with an outstanding time of 2 minutes and 0.16 seconds, demonstrating remarkable endurance and determination against Paralympic caliber competitors. Whereas he also secured the silver medal in the men's 100 meters T52 event with a time of 18.55 seconds, further proving his consistent excellence in athletics. Whereas, in addition to his recent achievement in athletics, Mr. Tosino also contributed to the Philippine wheelchair basketball team, winning silver medals in both men's 3x3 and 5x5 tournaments during the 2023 ASEAN Para Games in Phnom Penh, Cambodia, showcasing his versatility and team spirit in para sports. Whereas Mr. Tosino accomplishments serve as a beacon of hope and motivation to persons with disabilities, the youth, and the entire community of Brooks Point, proving that determination, hard work, and courage can overcome any challenges. Now, I am so moved, Mr. Chair.
Any objection to clarification? Hearing none. That resolution of Councilor Sistemi commending and congratulating Mr. Clifford Patagnan Cosino is approved by this body.
Thank you po.
Thank you, Councilor Sistemi.
Mr. Chair, still under unassigned business, may I be recognized to sponsor the measure from the Committee on Education po, Mr. Chair.
Yes, Councilor Rodriguez, you are recognized.
Mr. Chair, this is with regards to the request of our local chief executive for a resolution authorizing the LCE to enter into internship contract with BSPA Financial Management student of PSU Brooks Point Campus that will undergo internship in the LCE Brooks Point, Mr. Chair. This matter, Mr. Chair, may I request to read this matter as urgent.
The good Councilor Rodriguez requesting for urgency of item number 1. Go ahead, Councilor Rodriguez.
Maraming salamat po. Nagpapulong. The table na for interpolation is now there, Mr. Chair.
The table for interpolation is now closed. Go ahead for the approval, Councilor Rodriguez.
Maraming salamat po, Mr. Chair. And din sa ating mga sama. I move for a resolution authorizing our local chief executive to enter into an internship contract with BSP Financial Management students of PSU Brooks Point be approved and adopted for second and final reading. So,
Any objection or clarification? That resolution of Councilor Rodriguez is now approved by this August body.
maraming salamat po, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I move for the resumption of our internal rules, particularly the order of business, Mr. Chair, for us to go back to the business for today.
Okay, our rules is temporarily suspended.
Resume.
Ay, resume pala, resume.
Mr. Chair, other business for today, the gentle lady representing our indigenous people would like to take the floor to for her author resolution, Mr. Chair. Kindly recognize.
Councilor Panganto, you are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everyone. Staff and secretaries.
Good morning.
I'm here for my resolution. This is the request of our community, health community, Philippines, for the transfer of reality shares. Nangyari ito, tatlong isang community. At nangyari na ako monitor hearing sila dumating sa so kaya gumawa na natin ito. Kaya meron akong draft resolution urging mabubuhay ko patuloy ka i-hire for the agency.
Our good Councilor Panganto, requesting for urgency.
Mr. Chair, ano po tayo na sa second reading na report? So, hindi na po kailangan ng urgency.
Here is the title of my resolution. A resolution urging the RPTO, BICAM, and the National Commission on Indigenous People or NCIP to ensure full transparency in the utilization of royalty shares received from a philanthropic
Mr. Chair, the gentle lady from Bandel Pamilya under period of interpretation.
Yes,
Kindly recognize.
yes, Councilor Vilasa, to recognize.
May I also, Mr. Chair, request the gentle lady
Ah.
to kindly take the podium.
Okay, please take the podium, Councilor Hayati Tugasan.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning, Temporary Presiding Officer. Happy birthday, SB1. And then, di ko nakakalimutan yung pa-lunch. May kahati pala sa SB Sara ngayon. Ay, gusto ko yun! For clarification lang po. Tanong ko lang po yung nakasaad ba dito sa inyong ordinansa kung ito ba'y para doon lang sa Impact Barangay o lahat po ng IPs, buong munisipyo po. And then, natatandaan ko po na may ordinansa kayo na dapat nasa kapag author po kayo ng isang ordinansa o resolution ay nasa wikang Tagalog. Yun lang po. Maraming salamat.
Mr. Chair, unang kasagutin ko na po.
Thank you, Councilor
Pwede ko po
Tugasan.
sagutin.
Yes, Councilor Pacaldo.
Ako nang tanong niya kung ba related. Hindi din po sa ordinance resolution. Resolution lang po. Related sa 16 barangays. Yung mga IP community na Pilipinas, doon po sa barangay. Doon po sila nag-request for transparency. So, kung yun pong natanggap po ba yung katanungan, transparency na naman talaga natin na kung saan po ginamit yung sinasabing 24 million na related kung saan breakdown po. Yun lang po gusto nila mangyari. Pero, dahil po doon sa nagpatawa tayo na tatlong business na meeting na hindi dumating ang Maricam, may video Maricam at KCIP, na meron po tayong formal leader na nakakuha mismo personal na atin, pero hindi siya dumating. Kaya po, gumawa tayo ng resolution. Pararamdaman po ninyo, kung sa IP po ay kailangan Tagalog. May reading po akong Tagalog na kung gusto po ninyo, ma-share na ninyo na nakalina po sa akin po sa inyo. Kung okay lang po sa inyo.
Yes, Councilor Ordinary. Lakan dito.
Mr. Chair.
Ito na po.
Thank you to our presiding officer. Baka po pwede makainin na lang po kami ng hard copy instead na basahin po. Opo, salamat.
Okay, can you please provide us hard copy, Councilor Pacaldo?
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
And Councilor Jaja, will recognize.
Just a manifestation of Sir Leper, Presiding Officer.
Wala tayong magawa. Ayun ang raise ni ano eh.
Opo, isa pong manifestasyon lamang po. No? Gusto ko lang pong ipaalam sa ating lahat na ang Sangguniang Bayan ng Brooks Point po ay nagkaroon na o nakapagpasa na po ng isang ordinansa na kung saan yung mga measures po natin, be it an ordinance or resolution concerning our IPs, concerning indigenous peoples are required to be transcribed or to be translated into the language of ng Palawan po. Meron po iyan. Siguro po, hingiin na lang natin yung ating po secretary na hanapin po ang ordinansang yun. Kung di po ako nagkakamali, ito po ay ipinasa po ng ating Konsehal Badwa. Opo.
Okay.
Opo. Kaya sana po ito na rin yung pagkakataon na maunti-unti din po natin na ma-translate na po yung ating pong mga measures sa wikang Palawan po. Salamat.
Thank you.
Thank you po for reminding us, Councilor Akenson.
Eh, may tanong din po ako. Ano po yung reply nila sa pangangailangan po?
Mr. Chair, yung reply ng BICAM ay huwag daw, hindi sila mag-explain, kundi science explanation. Pero dahil po ako na rin ang mismo personal na sir, na Manila Formal Division, sabi nila GCC. GCC sila, marami silang mga lakad for 3 times.
Thank you, Councilor Pacado.
Mr. Chair, I move to close the period of information and open for the period of amendments. If anyone from the social body wanted to propose some amendments.
Yes, Councilor Jaja.
Mr. Chair, under period of amendment, we have summoned the IPDO BICAM in aid of legislation. Therefore, I move for the amendment of the last whereas in the first page, whereas failure of IPDO BICAM or any IP leadership body to ensure transparency in the receipt, custody, and disbursement of royal shares may constitute a breach of trust and possible violations under Article 315, Sinjung Staffa, and so on, be omitted because we just summoned them in aid of legislation and for transparency. And if this is to be filed, no, may mga ibang ahensya naman po ng gobyerno na maaari po yung gawin. At yung resolution po natin is only a request sa kanila na sila po ay maging transparent. No po. Sa tingin ko po ay hindi natin nakailangan. Ito po, dahil wala din po siyang magiging pangil. No? Ilagay man po natin ito ay wala din po naman siyang kahihinatnan. Okay. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Councilor Jaja.
Under the period of amendments, Councilor Kitchen requested to omit, whereas Councilor Pacado. Amin lang po. Okay. The request of Councilor Kitchen is granted by Councilor Pacado.
Any amendments po?
Mr. Chair, I move to close the period of amendments to be made to the proponent for the approval of her resolution.
Okay. Go for the approval, Councilor Nerelia Pacaldo.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move for the approval with the amendment for these measures being approved and adopted.
Second.
Any objection and clarification regarding sa draft resolution? Hearing none, that resolution of Councilor Pacaldo is approved by the House Body.
Mr. Chair, that concludes the business for today. And mangyari tapos na ang live sa design. Mr. Chair, I withdraw my previous motion. Under second reading that the elected gentleman from the Ilan for his measure, Mr. Chair.
Now recognize Councilor Jemar David.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer, and thank you, Majority Floor Leader. To my colleagues, I will ask for your consensus sa inyo pong decision. Then, I have here the revised market code of the municipality of Brooks Point, which is that version po ay we have the 2023 version, and nakaraan po ay nakatanggap tayo ng sulat coming from our local chief executive requesting to amend the revised market code dahil po sa ilang changes nakadepende po sa ating mga kasama because I have mentioned earlier that due to the time constraint po, pwede naman po ito mas, kumbaga, ako po ang tatanungin, mas maganda po sana na magkaroon po tayo ng another committee meeting. But due to the time constraint, kasi next week, this week pala nasa puerto tayo. So next week po ay, kung next week po kung committee, baka hindi na po matapos ngayong February ito. So the local chief executive or the part of the executive requesting na sana po ay ma-approve ito dahil kailangan nyo po as part of the renewal ng ating mga business permit. If the body will allow, I will cite sa pinakamabilis at pinaka-effective na paraan kung ano po yung pinaka-changes at mga pangyayari during public consultation para ma-aprobahan natin. Okay, so first po is ang pinakamalaki na pagbabago lang naman, ito po imposition of fees. So usually po lahat ay bumaba. Ano po? Because we all know that we are under the suspension of the market code and kailangan natin tanggalin yung suspension or i-lift yung suspension para ma-implement na po ang market code. And in order for us to do that, we need to adjust the rate. Ano po kung para kasi masyadong mataas para maiwasan po magreklamo yung mga ating mga vendors, kailangan po natin ibaba. So first, ito po yung ating nabago imposition of fees. From the section po, yung 1,500, para po sa kanan ng lahat, the proposal po is coming from Mito at the admin din po. At during public consultation, they all agreed. At masaya po sila na marinig po sa kayo kung ito po yung nangyayari po. Although may tumaas po siya from the older version, kumbaga ang nangyayari po win-win situation meet in halfway para po magkasundo si LGU at si Market. So yung private section po dating 1,500, Sari-Sari Store dating 1,500, ngayon po parehas na 900. General section dating 1,500 din, ngayon 900 na din po. Grocery section, ang proposal po nila admin ay from 3,000 pesos na dati, ngayon po ay ang proposal po ng executive or ng Mido is 2,400. Pero may request po yung mga taga-grocery section na baka pwede gawin 2,000 din po dahil hindi pa sila na-relocate. And sinabi ko na sa kanila, this is subject for the body kung gusto po ninyo ibaba na lang din ng 2,000. At siguro mag-a-adjust na lang tayo during the kapag na-revise na po ulit yung market code. Para po sa kaalaman ng lahat, by June or July, sa pag-open po ng market mall, ay huli po natin i-revisa itong market code. That's why kahit na mag-revise tayo ngayon, alam din po nila na i-revise po ito ulit pagdating po ng June or July kapag bukas na po ng market mall.
Mr. Chair, may I interrupt the speaker?
Yes po.
Ito lang naman ay hindi tanong. Ito po ba mga prices na nalilig niyo sa dapat ay both parties agreed or sa side lang po ng ating sa administration?
Actually, this prices was formulated last public consultation. Nandun po si admin, si Mido, si vendors, around 50 vendors galing sa iba't ibang sector. And then, yun, lahat yun agree sila. Actually, 1,200 din yung unang baba. Umabot na lang sa 900. Dati po kasi sa original 2023 market code, 1,500 yung iba. Naging 1,200, tapos ngayon 900 na. For sure, bumaba po siya. And all agreed except for grocery section. Ang request po ng Mido, 2,400. Ang request po ng mga manigtinda is 2,000. So sabi ko, I will ask for the knowledge of my colleagues regarding that kung saan po. But if you're going to ask me, siguro, mas maganda stick na 2,000 na lang if subject for change. So,
Mr. Chair, mangyaring kahit wala namang quorum na yung consultation na state away the line, resident and statements po na ating nakadalaga na GMA regarding doon sa ito palang napag-usapan na ito ay agreement between the two parties. So, with that, Mr. Chair, sige po. Okay na po.
thank you. Majority Floor Leader. Next po natin, Ito pong special services section, 1,200. Yung eateries and refreshment section po ay will still remain 2,500. Tama ba? Yan. Yan din po yung nasa revised market code natin. Still 2,500 pa din po siya. Walang matago. Meat section from 1,200 na nasa revised natin, naging 700 po siya. Fish and other marine products, 700. Galing 1,200 din po. Vegetable from 800, magiging 450 pesos per month. Talipapa, 450 pesos siya ngayon, galing sa 1,000, sa 1,000. Milling section. Milling section po from 1,200. Siya na po yung tumaas, si milling section. From 1,200, siya po ay magiging 1,395 per month. Almost 200 pesos po ang tinaas niya dahil according to the video ay marirenovate po sila. Mapapaganda yung kanilang area. And also, wala naman po na-disagree kasi mukhang hindi na malakas na po yung milling section. And then next po ay, yan yung live false piglets, wala po tayo niyan ngayon. Veterinary, wala rin po tayo niyan ngayon. So wala rin po na bago. Kakanin and street foods, 700 po siya. Will remain 700. At then fruit section, 800 per month. So ngayon ay ang fruit section 700, nabawasan na po ng 100 pesos. Drinks and cereals from 1,200, ngayon 700 na po. Yun po yung napag-aglihan. Souvenir, wala pa tayo niyan. Gadgets and home repair from 1,200, magiging 700 per month na lang po siya. So if you can see, if we can really summarize, all fees and charges, umabago ng konti, pero hindi po siya sobrang baba compared yung bago ng ng 2023 revised market code. Kumbaga, yan po ay nagkaroon ng meet in halfway sa gitna pa nagtagpo si LGU at si vendors po. Then next po, on the part of Market Mall, ito po, since ang request po nila ng video itaas, ang napag-desisyonan po niya sa public consultation, talagang din po nila admin, tanggalin na lang po muna itong sa Market Mall dahil wala pa naman po Market Mall para po hindi na kasi mukhang hindi siya makakapag kung sakali mo na ipilit na karaan, mukhang dami kumukontra ng mga vendors. Kaya ang pag-decision po ay tanggalin mo na siya and then kapag mag-open na po yung market code, saka na lang po ito ipasok, i-revise yung ating po sa market code ulit. So target anything of June or July. Okay po, so yan po yung sa fees and charges. Next po, punta na lang po dito siguro sa may section, section, sa may entrance fee. Yan po yung isang bago. Entrance fee. Section 11. Section C, point 11.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
present ko yung ating proponent, may I ask, na kapag inaprobahan po natin itong ordinansa sa ating market code, sa local government code, gaya po ng ating pagkakalam, correct me if I'm wrong, we are mandated to revise it every 5 years. Considering that we approve this ordinance, hindi ba magkakaroon tayo ng technical kung sinasabi ko kanina by June, babaguhin po ulit natin?
Nabanggit na karaan na kung sakali, kumbaga minimum requirements bago siya. Kumbaga yung 5 years po, I think, kailangan ma-revise na siya. But if necessary na kailangan po siyang i-revise as soon as possible, ay okay lang po. Pero like 5 years, dapat ma-revise na siya. Hindi dapat magkaroon ng change.
May I add?
Yes,
Mr. President. Considering kasi na yung prices natin ngayon na ipapasa, kung sakali makapubahan po ngayong buwan, paano po in the case na in June ay sabihin natin na pagkasunduan o pag-usapan ulit na revisa na biglang bumaba, hindi ba parang pinigilan natin kumita yung munisipyo natin. Kasi ang pagkakalam ko, correct me again if I'm wrong, hindi tayo pwedeng bumaba sa kung ano yung nakubahan natin. Tama ba?
I think wala naman akong narinig po. I don't know kung sa mga kasamahan ko kung meron po sila
Yes po, Councilor Jaja.
Susupport ko lang po kung nadagdagan ko ang opinion. Ang ating po taxation principle should be progressive. Hindi po siya, di ba? Pero there are times when we lower or increase the revenues, lalo-lalo na po, meron na tayong tinatawag rin na incomplete fees and charges. And so, kung makita natin that yung ginagastos natin ng munisipyo ay hindi naman ganun kalaki in comparison to what we collect as fees and charges, then we can know it. As to the 5-year bar on amendments of revenue generation measures, I submitted it only applies to taxes and does not apply to fees and charges. Paki-check na lang po siguro na Secretary. Yes, there is a prohibition on the revision or amendments of taxes or the tax codes or for the provisions in tax codes. But as I recall, it only applies to taxes and not to fees and charges, as well as the cap on the 10%.
Thank you po. Thank you for the knowledge po.
Thank you, Councilor Quezon.
Ito po. May I continue,
Yes.
Mr. Presiding Officer?
Yes.
On the part po ng entrance fee, ang nabago lang po dyan, yung dito po sa part na po ng fish and other seafoods. Yan po. Kasi ang request po ng mga vendor, kumbaga yung mga second class, first class, yung mga isda na mumurahin, nalagay doon po sa first class. So nagkakaroon po sila ng charges doon sa mga murahin. So sila po yung nagbigay ng classification ng isda. At yan po yung kinalabasan. Dati kasi po, first class and second class, yung second class po yung tinatawag na ventilador lang. Ngayon po meron pong mga dating first class na nababa po dito sa second class. Kasi po yung presyo ng second class per kilo ay 0.5 pesos or 50 cents lang po. At yung first class ay 1 pesos yan po yung pinakababa. So mukhang simple lang siya tingnan pero malaking bagay daw po yan sa kanila. Then, so far po, wala naman pong masyadong nabago. But meron kasi silang request na ibaguhin yung night market. Gawin daw po, instead of 4 p.m., gawin daw gabi. Pero dahil wala pong presence doon ng mga tabuan vendors, so hindi po na-accommodate yung request nila. Dahil yung effect na po is yung tabuan vendors. So ang sabi na lang namin sa market sa dito is to retain, sa data original act is strict implementation na ng pag-opening ng night market. So far, wala naman pong ibang nabago sa ating market o maliban sa fees and charges.
Thank you, Councilor Quezon.
Sir Chair,
Yes,
can
po.
you ask is the presence of our concierge when they're in the podium is a sponsorship na po for the passage na or just a clarification to the...
Actually, if you're going to ask me, gusto ko po na mag-OBT meeting pa kasi even me, gusto ko rin po. Pero kaso lang ako, yung part ko ng executive, gusto ko nila na ma-approve na po.
Mr. Chair, because, Mr. Chair,
Yes po.
I think it hasn't yet passed in the committee level, right? Kasi hindi tayo nagkakaroon.
Yes po.
What do we refer it to the Committee on
has gained a favorable recommendation from the Committee on Market before we pass it. Kasi unless i-move siya for urgent passage.
Without
Kanina, may committee report po siya.
Bakit po nagkaroon ng committee report wala po po?
Mr. Chair, Mayor, kanina habang ito committee report for CGSDC, but he already indicated that there's a lack of presence of the quorum. But if you will allow, nag-ask din sa akin na if you will allow him to tayuan na po ito on the 17th day, then so clear. So, wala naman po any violent or negative reaction regarding that. So, the presiding, siguro,
Mr. Chairman.
consider niya na it was yes.
Mr. Chairman, siguro on that part po para hindi na mas mapahaba,
I will rely na lang po doon sa motion suggestion ni Councilor Tiacho that this matter be referred to the Committee on Market and also to the members of the Committee on Market since the executive ay kailangan kong maprumahan at we tayo na sa Puerto this week. Pwede pong committee meeting tayo sa Puerto. Mabilis lang po. Committee on Market lang naman po. So, bali by next week sa session natin, parang as-sponsoran po siya.
Hindi na committee of the whole.
Mr. Chair,
Yes po, Councilor Jaja.
Opo, ako po ay nag-suggest po ng gano'n dahil pinoprotektahan po natin dito ay masunod po natin ang tamang pong proseso. Lalo-lalo na, yan po ay patungkol po sa pagkolekta ng bayarin mula po sa ating mga kababayan. At marami pong kaso ang ganyan na isang tabi po, no? O nagkawalang visa dahil hindi po siya dumaan sa proseso. Kasi ang ating pong revenue ordinances ay hindi po kasi simple na iba natin mga ordinansa. Meron po siyang sinusundan na 10-day notice in public consultations and serve for that purpose. And ganun din po, ang ano nga po niyan ay lahat ng maapektuhan dahil may mga vendors natin, hindi po yan tamang pinupost naman kung hindi individually po na nilinotify yung mga maapektuhan. Yun po ang requirement po ng batas when it comes to tax ordinances. Pero hindi po ako sure kapag sa revenue po. Pero halos ganun din po yun kasi kumukuha po tayo ng pera mula po sa ating mga. Yun ang naman po yung purpose po. At least dumaan po siya sa tamang proseso para hindi naman po tayo makapagkakas.
Okay,
With
thank
that,
you, Councilor Jaja.
With that, Mr. Presiding Officer,
I move that this measure be referred to the Committee on Market instead of the Committee of the Whole.
Okay, that measure is referred to Committee on Market. Chaired by Councilor Henry.
Thank you so much, and I'm hoping for the availability of the members of the Committee on Market after the process is completed. Thank you.
Thank you. Naku, may nalenta kami. Yes po, Floor Majority Leader, Councilor Rodriguez.
We are now Mr. Chair sa Manasay Business. This representation directs the Secretary to the Sanggunian by the read kung meron po tayo medyo calendar for third meeting. Wala po. Mr. Chair, announcement, item number 10.
Just, Mr. Chair, just a request po sa ating po Secretary to kindly inform po the family of Dr. Deo Wanda para kami po natin siya present and siguro maganda rin po ma-feel na maganda yung resolution. Salamat.
Thank you po. Please take note, Mr. Secretary. Pero baka nandito rin siya. Baka uwi rin yung si Sir. Tanungin na lang. Baka matay na nandito siya. Para personal naman. Maano natin award sa
Anak ko yan po.
Thank you po. Oh, mag-alumni.
Mr. Chair, who forget them?
Mr. Chair, still under announcement. So, sa ating mga kasamahan, February 4 to 6, PCL. Our first meeting for this year. So, yun po, don't delay. Chat-chat na natin.
Thank you. I love PCL.
I look for the adjournment po, Mr. Chair.
Next session natin, saan po tayo?
Ay,
Okay lang.
Is it not Fiesta? Don't call not Fiesta. Araw yung next session.
May? Mga pesto yun doon ah.
Hindi ko na yung OB yun eh. Ay, wala ako pa na.
Saan tayo? Saan tayo? Saan tayo? Ipilan? Ipilan, Mr. Secretary, sa ating susunod na regular session. Nabog mo na? Okay. Our